Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. My name is Mick. With me as always,
Colby Chapman.
Landon Browning.
And David Parker.
Landon Browning. Landon Browning.
Landon Browning is
I kind of choked on my words a little bit, but I'm here.
How many Landon Brownings are on the show?
Huh?
I don't know. He
There's two.
talked over you, Dave. I didn't even know you were here.
Yeah.
Landon Browning. My bad.
Is Landon here?
You know who's not here?
Landon Browning.
Landon Oh, turn that light on.
Oh, yeah.
Live on
We're
air.
live on air.
That's why, things were so weird.
Yeah, that's why I choked on my own words. Landon Browning.
Yeah, Will's not here today. He's got a
Headache.
he's dealing with, so hopefully he returns healthy and ready to go next week.
If there was ever anybody to have a constant questionable tag for their podcast appearance, it's Will.
I think I've been on the show more times this calendar year than he has.
Yeah, I think so.
And I was not living here for months.
Yeah, that's fine. Will's injury prone, but when he shows up, great time. So
Yeah.
Landon.
How are you, Dave? What are you good?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while.
Did you say the date? Or did we just say Landon Browning 10 times?
It's July 5th.
I said it 0 times.
Yesterday
Landon
was-
said it a bunch.
Yesterday was Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. Sure was.
One of the best alien movies ever.
I've never seen it.
Welcome to Earth. It's totally like a cheeseball movie, but it's
A little campy.
very funny, very entertaining. I won't spoil it.
Yeah, please don't spoil
I
the
won't
25-year-old
Yeah.
movie.
Did you guys go see any fireworks or anything?
There were actually quite a few around the neighborhood, more than I thought there would be.
I did not go to a fireworks show, but I was driving last night. I got home about 9:30, and I saw
In a
bunch of-
firework?
Well, I saw a bunch
Did you
of
drive a firework?
I didn't, unfortunately.
Wile E. Coyote style?
I'm not that cool.
I set some off in my basement. It was pretty
Smoke balls.
It probably improved your basement.
Yeah,
right?
probably. Add a little color to it.
Yeah.
A little color to the walls.
You're like, oh no, it's flooding again.
I should
Better
shoot
light some
fireworks.
fireworks down there.
Shoot fireworks through the sewer line to try to clear out the tree roots.
Some bottle rockets.
Yeah. Can you imagine trying to explain that to the plumber? They're like, what am I seeing down here? And I'm like, I had an idea.
Gross.
They're like, that'll be $15,000.
Gosh. Yeah.
Every year I see the fireworks and I'm like, man, I just want to go spend like $1,000 on fireworks. I never do. I don't know if I ever bought fireworks on my own, but
The only time I ever did it was at Long Beach a year ago.
Dude,
and I'd always thought it was
fun.
stupid. I'd always thought it was dumb, and then I bought it, and then I lit off the first one,
was-
and
yeah, you
the
understood.
monkey brain clicks. And I
Yep.
said, "Oh, this is-
America.
You're like, I get
It's like
this.
they're running. Yeah, I'm like, I get it. Like, this is really fun. It's a little risky. Not really, but like a little adrenaline rush. You're struggling with the light of the wind's blowing the lights, and then everybody like scampers away and like explodes. Yeah.
We didn't even get anything that was that expensive. We spent not a lot of money, and even that stuff was like really fun.
Oh, they were pretty. The ones that were like
those little blocks that had like the
the blocks
were
were so
like the
cool.
16 things. Yeah,
Yeah.
those were fun.
I felt like that's probably some of the coolest I've ever felt was lighting one of those.
Yeah, Long Beach for 4th of July really kind of ruins other fireworks shows.
I felt like I went to war.
Because there is no,
Yeah,
you're
it
basically
feels
on
like
the
that.
beaches.
You could
like helicopters are everywhere. There's constant explosions around you.
I'm pretty sure I saw 2 medics running down.
Oh, yeah.
with like a stretcher.
A gurney.
Like, I'm not kidding. I think
Yeah.
I saw that because and there's like ambulances on the beach. It's like
Yeah.
people are like blowing. their
Sirens
horns
are going
off.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's nonstop for and it goes for like.
then it's like, get down.
That's what it felt like.
It
Smoke
basically
is
starts
everywhere.
from 8:30ish, 9 o'clock till 2 in the morning. Just
and it
constant.
was from 8:30 to midnight. There was maybe no more than 3 seconds in between.
Yeah.
Explosions.
barely. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how much money was lit up.
Oh my god.
Like,
It has to be millions and
at least
millions of
$100.
dollars.
it's like, and it's crazy. Like, yeah, and it's like you don't even have to buy anything. You could just show up and sit down there and
Yeah.
I didn't get to experience that last year.
oh, so good.
Oh yeah, you just did a little
did-
drive through.
Yeah, I stopped in, but I was in Manzanita.
You have to at some point make that a.
I know that, but
That's
I
gotta
don't
be on your
want to
to-do
do it
list.
without you guys.
No, you just go. We already went.
Just go by yourself.
Yeah, we're never gonna go ever again, Colby.
Yep.
I think my only
what it
regret, I'm not
sounds
going to go
like.
into details on it, but my only regret was that I didn't do something a couple hours earlier than I did. People know what I'm talking about because, there are certain things happening.
A murder.
that made it better. Yeah, there's a murder. But let's say like the last 40 minutes of the fireworks show were even better for other reasons. Oh my god!
For 4th of July this year, there was actually a fireworks show on base. So we went and did that. That was really fun.
It's literally just like
Missiles.
Grenades.
Yeah, just
People are just tossing
shooting.
grenades.
Yeah, it was
Rifles.
F-16s, just like firing missiles out at some of the open desert on base.
Heck yeah.
Come on, yeah.
That'd be so
casual.
cool.
That would actually be way
B-52
cooler.
just doing a carpet bomb, carpet bomb run. It was
Get the coordinates wrong.
great.
Just like hit them. All the on-base housing.
It was drones just running into each other in the sky, creating
Exploding.
very
I would actually, I'm not
$1 billion
kidding, I would rather watch
fireworks.
this than fireworks show.
I bet it'd be so loud though, man. Like I'd be scary.
Yeah, but
But worth it.
yeah, I think it would be worth it. No, that's cool though. Damn.
Yeah,
I
it was
didn't.
nice. I mean, and it
Cool.
was
Like, I
like
wish
a
I was in
5-minute
Britain
drive,
during
and it was a
the
good
bombing.
show too.
That's cool.
I was on call, so I just sat at home, did nothing.
Fun.
I grilled up a couple hot dogs, had some fries, a little drink, and sat inside. I went out. I was outside for like maybe 20 minutes all day.
You said you were playing some video games?
I played some video games. I mostly did like class stuff I have to do for work. Like so, I basically just like sat on my computer all day. So
Nice.
yeah, pretty uneventful.
Awesome.
But I didn't have to go to work, so it was better than like having to work all day.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
I used to work 4th of July at McDonald's. Talk about war.
was that a busy shift at McDonald's 4th of July?
Yeah, it was the midday. Everybody's like going out to the lake or something.
Nothing like
So I need to grab McDonald's.
yeah. Grab
Yeah.
McDonald's before I gorge on 18 hot dogs.
Was there ever like any McDonald's 4th of July like meal or sandwich or anything weird like that?
We had busy days. I mean, like Make Teacher Night, if you've heard of that,
Jeez.
was a disaster. And Halloween. Those,
Yeah.
yeah, those were.
Is that where all the teachers from the area can come and they eat for free?
No. Make Teacher Night.
It's worse.
It's so every school.
Don't laugh at me. I feel like that's like a.
Every elementary school in the school district is designated a McTeacher Night to that McDonald's in the neighborhood. So then, a list of, I don't know, we'll say like 20 teachers sign up and they just work at McDonald's for like 3 hours. And then every kid wants to come see their teacher working.
Oh my god! Oh my
But also
god!
these people don't know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
And
So you just have to babysit them?
yeah, so
This sounds like the worst thing.
What
on
is the
planet Earth.
point
Like,
of this?
it generates so much revenue because kids are like, I want to see my teacher at McDonald's.
why would they?
No,
why?
but what's the point of
Why?
the teachers going to McDonald's?
Part of the like proceeds made in those times, I think. I don't know if they go. They benefit somehow.
Probably just something
It might be wrong.
written in the
McDonald's
old
House
treaty
charity.
from the war. You just have to do it. Can you imagine that at any other job though?
It's like getting. It's like every teacher gets like
You're like
draft papers.
Like you're like an airline pilot. You're like teacher flying airplane.
All the kids get to fly on the plane today.
At
Go
first,
watch
I
your
thought.
teacher fly.
At first, I thought you meant
747.
pilots go work at McDonald's for a night.
That's what I thought too.
Go see your favorite pilot at McDonald's. Be like, this is an alternate reality. Like,
Oh man.
that's such a weird concept. Like,
Dude,
you
it
see your
was
teacher every day.
horrible.
You see your teacher every day, and you're like, oh, you know what? I want to go see. I want to see my teacher flip a McGriddle or whatever. like a,
Call me crazy, but yeah, like
We-
like teachers like I don't want to see them outside of school.
I was like a homeschooled freak, so like I didn't like the concept of like loving a teacher is, I mean,
Wait a minute.
Wait,
what?
Did
That's a joke.
Landon
That's a
clown on teachers and his mom all at the same time?
joke. It's a joke.
Hey, Landon, who do you respect less, teachers or your mother?
They're the same thing. Trick question. I respect both. I respect my mother and I respect teachers. We need to pay them more.
You're so
Full
fake.
stop.
Now say it again. Say it again with a straight face.
Hey, stop.
You have the biggest smile right now.
Stop. Don't. I can be entitled to have a bad opinion at times, and we can laugh at it. We can have fun.
It's a bad opinion that you want teachers to have more high paying positions.
Stop.
Is that what you wow.
I had a bad thing about teachers in the past.
No one remembers.
The only
that.
thing
You know
I'm
what?
gonna
Maybe
say
I'll go to
about
McTeacher
teachers-
night. Maybe I'll go to McTeacher night next time and apologize to all of them.
The only thing I'll say about teachers is that they are not built for McDonald's
No.
that much. No.
Did you?
They-
Did they ever
do
get
they even
stressed? Do
have,
they get
like-
stressed out
like
there? Do they get
food
stressed?
safety?
Yeah.
Handling permit? How does that work?
You have to have a
As a teacher?
to sign
Be
up
part
for
of McTeacher Night?
Yeah, to be part of something great.
So like
Where did Dave go?
it's just-
Why do you do that, Dave?
so you had to like help them. Like, would you like have like instead of like one person on the grill, like you would have a teacher on the grill, and then you would like shadow them?
Oh, dude, there was like 6 people on the grill because you need that much food at all times.
Oh, because there's so many kids rolling through.
Yeah, like there's like hundreds of people
Oh my!
all the time. The
God.
drive-through is like wrapped around the building,
Ah,
and the parking lot is full. The lobby's like shoulder to shoulder with kids.
and I bet they're all screaming, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So like it's just that sounds like hell.
Hey,
It sounds like
I'm getting flashbacks.
PTSD. What were the other busy nights like?
Halloween.
Halloween.
Everybody
yeah.
was getting their kid a Happy Meal on the way home so that they could just eat and then go trick or treat.
You were bald one time.
I dressed up as one of my coworkers.
I feel like that was that's a pretty mean spirited.
No,
I
no.
don't feel like that was like if you were trying to dress up like one of your coworkers and like you looked so creepy. I think that's so mean.
No, he was in his 40s. And,
So that's okay to be mean to him.
no. And he was bald and wore glasses. So I did a bald cap, and I had a friend of mine like do makeup to make the bald cap blend into my skin.
You look like a psychopath. Like
And I put on these like fake glasses.
I literally have that picture as your picture.
On my contact photo.
Yeah, it's the picture of you. It's black and white. You're smiling. It's psychotic. You look like a serial killer.
That was like my original Joker moment. Like,
One bad day.
I don't know, looking back on it, it might have been a poor taste joke. Because he was a Jehovah's Witness, so he didn't celebrate Halloween, and I didn't really think about that at the time. But he thought it was funny. We got a picture together.
Good man.
So he's a good sport.
He was very, very good. I believe he works at. Actually, I'm not going to disclose his place to look here.
He made it out.
Yeah, he made it out. We all did.
He escaped the clutches of the clown.
Yeah,
You put in your time.
yeah.
Full tour, 4 years, right?
McVeteran.
Fulfilled your contract. Yeah. What have you been up to, Dave?
Not much, just work and stuff. I did start as a player in a D&D campaign, so that was kind of fun.
Oh,
Is it this your neighbor or something?
No, this is some people that like work or live on base. So Bree and I are both in this campaign together.
And live on base.
Well, some people live on base, some people work on base.
How does it feel to not like be in control of everything while you're playing D&D? Like you're just along for the ride. How's that feel?
I'm in control of my character.
But are you though?
I'm in control
Yeah.
of my destiny.
They could just send
You're
a,
only in
a dire rat
Yeah.
at you and you're dead.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess he could do that.
Did you end up watching the D&D movie?
I've not seen it yet, no. I want to see it,
think-
though. I've heard it's pretty good.
I think I heard as far as like D&D fans, like they actually really enjoyed it.
My
Did
sister,
you end up seeing it?
I did not, but some of my other friends who are like huge into D&D watched it and they enjoyed it.
Yeah, my older sister's like a insane D&D player.
Yeah.
Like
I've never played before.
I played once with Dave. I don't think I really got it. To be honest, I didn't really. I would try.
I want to hear this experience from Dave's point of view.
I would like my thing with it. It's like how long do the campaigns typically take? They're like dozens of hours, right? Like
I mean, it depends.
A whole
on the
campaign?
right?
yeah.
It'd probably be like hundreds of hours for a campaign.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, some campaigns are extremely long. Yeah.
What happens if so? Like,
We're gonna have
what
plenty
happens
of
if
time
my
on the cruise.
but like what happens if my character dies?
How to
though?
ruin a
Like,
vacation
Can you not,
in
can you
one
not die?
sentence.
Some DMs like essentially won't have permadeath with your character. Others, if your character dies, they'll usually let you just make a new character that starts out at about the same level that your existing character does. So,
Now, I'll tell you.
in the campaign that we're in, if my character dies, then I can make a new character, and they would start at just the same level that my existing character.
How does that fit in with the story though? They just find some random
I'm not
person
sure.
who are like,
Like that would kind of be up to, I guess, the DM how they would integrate the character into the story.
now can I present it? Is there any campaigns that are like the following? I would love a D&D game that was more like one of the like choose your own adventure video games, like the House of Ashes or whatever, like the Man of Medan. Like I would love a D&D campaign that's like maybe 10 hours long and you have like 6 players and like it's actually fairly easy, like it's completely scripted out already, like what can happen. Like there's still dice rolling and stuff, but like way easier to die and like a way shorter runtime and like horror themed.
I mean, yeah, there probably is. I mean, there's a lot of like other tabletop role playing systems or like worlds, a lot of them use like the whole D20 thing, where that's like essentially if you make any type of decision in most of those games, what you do is you just roll a D20, and that's like the primary die essentially. And then basically the higher roll, the better. Lower roll, the worse it is. And then
Bad.
And then based off of other things, you'll use other dice for other types of decisions or attacks or things. But yeah, there's like horror settings for places, like space settings, and they pretty much all use like that same type of D20 system. I don't know if there's ones that are like super shorter. I mean, like someone could just make a campaign, and it probably wouldn't even be a campaign. It'd probably just be like one session, like just a small story. The thing with a lot of these is like with your adventure games that you do, the what is it called, the
the Dark Pictures.
The Dark Pictures is that they are like somewhat on rails and scripted, and I guess one of the appeals of a lot of tabletop stuff is they're kind of more open, but I bet there are like mini campaigns that are kind of like,
see, the
like
open that doesn't appeal to me. Like it's like the guy's just like winging it. Like I want like.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Like the hook in our game is that all of our characters, we're descendants from these adventurers from like 300 years ago or 500 years ago, and then what happened was for the last like few generations, all of our ancestors have not made it to 50 years old. They keep dying.
Oh, this is what you were telling me about. That.
They keep dying, and so like we get this letter essentially that explains, hey, this guy has been doing some research, and he has discovered some information about the like where this curse may have started, and are you interested in trying to break this curse so that you can, not die before you get to 50? It's like my character is 49, so he's like this is his.
Brink.
He thinks it's his last year alive.
You're playing Midlife Crisis, the game.
No, end life crisis.
End life.
So my guy really wants to fix this curse because if he doesn't, he probably will die within the next 12 months. So.
The open-endedness seems, I don't know.
I mean, there are some adventures like that. Some of them are really linear, so it really just depends. What that does is it limits. The more linear a campaign is, the less decisions the characters can make. But I mean, if everyone is on board with that, then that's fine too. It just means you probably wouldn't have as much creativity as what you'd want to do for your character.
What if I just decide, like with my character, I'm like, I want to beat your character to death, like, and I decide I want to do that in the campaign. Can I do that? Like, I gotta just kill you, like, for no reason.
In some campaigns, yeah, with some people.
That'd be crazy.
I'm never playing with Landon. If I ever play, like, it's not with Landon.
I would be open to trying. Like now that I would be open to trying playing again, but like I just don't know if I could get into it. Like. I just don't know if I could do it. I'm open to it.
It's not for everybody. And after like me, like years of trying to play with people, I found the best way to play is to play with people who want to play. Don't force your friends to try to play.
Yeah, no, yeah. I feel like the only way to introduce, like, if you were to like want to play with me again, which you probably don't ever want to play with me again, but like would be like you introduce one friend to a group of people, like you have a group of 7 people that all really like playing, and then maybe you introduce one person that doesn't know, as opposed to like. You really like it, and you try to get like 6 people who have no idea what it's all about.
Well, that sounds like a headache for Dave.
Yeah, he's tried.
I've tried multiple times. Yeah,
that's probably the same with like your complicated board games too, right? Like you just need to find people that also.
Yeah, I mean those are a little more accessible because like there's not as much.
They're not as time consuming.
They're not as time consuming, and there's not as many rules. There's like thousands of pages of rule books for some of these tabletop games.
God.
So. And there's nothing like that for any board game I own. So.
Yeah, maybe I don't want to try again.
Dude, I think if Dave ever sits me down for a game and he pulls out like a phone book and it's the rules, I think I would just like start crying.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, probably not for me. Probably not.
But we had our first session on Sunday, and so that was really fun. So I enjoyed that.
Cool. Is that going to be a weekly thing?
Every other week.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we'll be playing this for like till the end of days.
At least for a while.
Until days gone.
It sounds like he has it planned out for like 6 months to a year or something. So
wow,
dang,
that's crazy.
Does Bria also play?
Yeah, she was playing. So she made a character. So I made a cleric, a dwarf cleric, and she made a half elf hunter.
I don't know what any of that means.
Yes, you do.
Half elf hunter.
So it's not a full elf. It's a half elf, Landon.
Cleric?
And it's a hunter, so
Top or
someone that
bottom?
hunts.
Left or right?
Always left. Cool. Well,
That does sound like that does sound fun to like be in like a group like doing something like that like on a regular basis.
I'm excited. I really enjoyed
I think I'm just too stupid.
I really
also don't
enjoyed the first session.
I don't have friends that would like commit to anything like that. I have a hard enough time getting some of my friends to commit to something already. So,
What is your problem? What is your problem? Huh?
what do you mean?
You just say something like that. Like that's just a dig at everybody here. I feel like, or is it a dig at people that aren't here?
That's up for interpretation.
You talk about.
I'm not talking about you, Mick.
Okay.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Well, I know
Do
he
you like
wasn't
do you like
talking
your
about
friends?
me in this example because he was specifically talking about games and tabletop RPGs. So, and Colby knows he would never have to like convince me to do
I would know.
that.
Yeah.
I do want to. Now this is for simple-minded degenerates, but I would like to try to do like a poker night, like once a month.
I don't know. I won't do that again.
Hey, come on, man! It's been years, dude. The last incident wasn't even that bad.
It was like 4 years ago. I'm not doing it again.
You wouldn't play poker night?
I don't think so.
Mick, would you do poker
I'm
night?
not even a big fan of poker. I would do blackjack night.
You don't play blackjack like with your friends. Like
You know what? Get a
You wanna
craps,
be- you wanna
get
be
a
the
craps
deal-
table. And I'll
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can you get a slot machine?
Let's get a roulette table in here. Let's have roulette night. Like,
I'd rather do the roulette night.
Yeah, he's like,
you do
Landon,
poker night?
let's try.
buy all the stuff we need for blackjack, and then you deal for us, and then we'll play.
Hey, only if I get to keep like, you know what I mean? Only if I'm like the, you know,
you're the
house
yeah,
always
if I'm the
wins.
house, maybe I'll play from the house. Like, I feel like poker night, like just a casual,
It
like maybe
won't
like
be
we,
casual.
no, we can make it casual though.
Why? What are your fears, Colby?
Were you there the last poker
I
night?
heard about it.
Or which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the one where like I threw a poker chip at Jordan? And
I'm talking about the one where it ended with everybody screaming at each other, and that was the first time we introduced a new
well, I'm gonna
friend.
set. I'm gonna set.
Wasn't that the same night?
I think it.
Yeah,
it might have been. Yeah.
We introduced Anime Mike to the rest of the friend group. We went out to dinner, and then
we ordered a raw hamburger.
A big problem though was having a football game on that somebody in our friend group cared.
Yeah, there
a lot
wouldn't be sports on.
Yeah.
It would be
well,
like
that was only half of the argument. Like he was only like arguing with the team.
I would have set there would be rules for poker night. I would have set rules, and if people didn't abide by the rules,
There should also be a like.
there's gonna be a buy-in too. There would be a buy-in.
No, I'm talking about a volume level, and if once people start screaming, you forfeit.
I would there would be tight rules.
You don't get to play anymore. If you yell or you scream, you don't get to play.
Who were the worst yellers?
It was easily Will and Jordan.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
They were just like screaming at each other.
Wasn't it because of a rule dispute?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe this
And it was-
time,
We would have set rules.
maybe this time, yeah, everybody make sure that everybody is on the same level when it comes to rules.
Dude, they were it was like $7 they were screaming over.
I don't know. And I think we would do it something like I'm trying like maybe like once a month, $20 buy-in, and then everybody brings some kind of food item. Like we have like a part, like, you know, we can grill up some burgers or like get a pizza. Like, so everybody chips in for a little food, and then we have a $20 buy-in, play poker for a few hours, hang out.
On paper, this sounds really fun, but
Yeah, and it would be.
I just don't
because I
trust.
would set the rules.
you
We
know
would
what?
play in the basement.
You know what? I would give it.
3 inches of sewage water.
Next to your firework pipes and exploding.
I would give it a shot actually.
Thank you, Mick. Would you give it a shot?
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun.
But the moment people start screaming,
Yeah, then they're
It's
done.
over.
They're done. There will be rules. There would be rules, and there would be like if people misbehave, they would not be welcome back. That would be there would be
Go sit in
suspension.
timeout now.
Yeah,
You bad boy.
yeah. I just feel like it'd be a nice chill night, unwind, have a couple drinks, play some cards, talk about our problems. You know what I mean? I don't know.
can we smoke in the house?
No, no,
What if we like crack a window open?
no. No smoking. You guys can smoke out back.
Oh man,
We could have
a nice,
smoke
a
breaks.
nice
We could have
cigar
smoke
on the
breaks.
poker
A
table.
cigar, yeah.
Sounds great. You don't use your basement.
Yeah, we smoke in the basement. We don't even go down there.
You know what? Smoking down there might actually improve the.
Improve the vibe.
I seriously forget you have a basement half the time,
I don't. I only go down there to do laundry and to store stuff. It's like an extent, like it's a.
and just sit in your chair and just.
Oh yeah, and to ponder.
Stare at the
to
wall.
ponder it. To ponder. I go down there to ponder.
That's so creepy.
I don't actually do that.
That's creepy.
Lights off. In the chair.
Completely nude with your socks on.
Yeah, well, socks on. Yeah, there's asbestos in the tiles,
Yeah.
so I can't
You
be.
don't want that getting in your toenails.
No.
No, sir.
What a disgusting image.
But you could really easily picture it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
Picture it. I live it every night.
Do you guys sleep in socks?
No.
That's totally weird, right?
I used to, and then I grew up.
You threw up?
Grew up.
Oh.
Yeah. One time I just threw up and
You're like, I got some socks.
I generally don't like socks at all, to be honest. I'm not wearing any right now.
my toes get too cold. I got poor circulation. So I do keep socks on for majority of the day, but
Hey, that was really brave of you to.
come out and say that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Anything else you want to share?
All right, poker night. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it next week sometime.
Oh, no, it's too soon, man.
Okay.
I gotta
You
gotta prepare.
You gotta
Yeah.
practice. You wanna
I do.
just sit down and
I'm
practice?
like terrible at poker, and I forget the rules half
Well,
the
that's the
time.
point.
so I
Like it's
definitely
like
need
it's just a small buy-in enough to like where people aren't gonna. I want to have a small buy-in.
Is $20 a small buy?
Okay, I think $20 would be a totally fair small buy-in enough.
And you know what? I agree.
I feel like you're on one tonight. Like,
He's had one too many LaCroix.
I just want to have it enough where like,
I'm feeling loose.
have you guys ever played poker and you sit down and like the one like dip at the table like goes all in on the first hand, like even though they have like a terrible like. I think $20 would prevent. I'm talking about Oliver also. Like, there's always that one guy that goes all in on the first hand, even though they have like
I'm so
a high
mad that
card,
you said
like a high card jack, and that's all they have. They go all in for some reason, and then they're out, and they're like, "Oh no, I don't get to play." So like, if it's like $20, I feel like that will prevent.
What type of poker are you talking about? Like Texas Hold'em?
Yeah, Texas Hold'em. I would think Texas Hold'em.
What's the other one? Like Baccarat or whatever?
Baccarat's a form of leak detection system for refrigeration. I don't.
Dude. Come on.
There's 5-card draw.
We've played
Am I wrong,
5-card
Dave?
draw. We've
Isn't that what it's
played.
called?
What?
I've done
that is-
seven. I've done
Is it called
7 card.
Baccarat?
Yeah. I don't know how.
I don't know what Baccarat. What is that?
Racket.
A Baccarat.
Landon Browning.
Yeah, that's.
How do you play? What's the rules?
I don't.
of that?
Like, there's also another card game called Pai Gow. I don't think that's
I don't
a
think.
type of poker.
I don't think. I think that's you play that against a dealer. I believe.
Why is that funny?
I don't.
Did I pronounce it wrong? Or
I
something?
didn't know. I didn't say anything.
Colby's mind's racing. That's. I think you play against a dealer on that. I don't think.
Okay.
I'm not positive. I've never played, but I think that's like you versus the dealer kind of game.
Okay.
Are you talking about
I find
Baccarat?
Texas. No, we're talking about the.
Pai Gow.
Yeah, that one.
See, people are laughing when I say it. Am I pronouncing it?
I'm pretty sure you are, but like I'm not going to risk saying it at this point.
Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
I think you're pronouncing it fine.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Either that or you're toast.
Nobody else is brave enough to say it.
I don't know. I feel like Texas Hold'em's fun. It's easier to get a better hand.
I think so.
Like you do 5 card, like it's pretty hard to get a decent hand in that. So
Screw that.
I feel like you can do more bluffing in Texas Hold'em too because
Also, I
you're
can
playing
only
off of-
hold two hands. Two cards.
one card in each hand.
How am I supposed to hold 5?
That might be the
if you went to a
dumbest thing.
casino, if you went to a casino and you picked up each card individually, like you might be asked to leave.
Like, sir, we don't condone that type of
Behavior.
behavior here. Please pack up your chips and get out.
That's funny.
Yeah, that'd be fun. We should.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna enforce some rules, I'll play.
Okay.
It'd be good prep for probably some poker on the cruise,
Oh yeah.
because the cruise does have some
Casinos, all right?
Casino, yeah.
I will be making back my money. The cruise will be free for me.
Man, that's coming up quick.
Are there
Like, just
are
4
there
months
slot
away now.
machines?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just
Oliver,
we're just not gonna see Oliver all trip. Like,
Is Oliver going?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's sharing a room with you.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Well, it's a good thing there's
Man,
some 24/7 places on the ship. 'cause,
There might be is there
we-
actually 24/7 places?
oh yeah.
Oh, dude, probably the casino where Oliver will be.
You know, there's a pub that's 24/7.
Oh, dude.
oh,
heck yeah.
what?
Oh, dude. Buzz never. That's Colby's goal is to maintain.
I'm trying to maintain the perfect buzz. Start to finish.
A week-long buzz.
And it starts.
Oh,
It
dude,
starts.
the crash.
It starts wheels up.
Oh jeez. Are you like trying to compete with your Vegas buzz?
No, that was a Vegas
You went to
blackout.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
I just remember looking at you. There's the picture of you.
The
like
sushi restaurant.
you were gone. You don't remember that night, do you?
I remember seeing a fire-breathing 30-foot tall praying mantis in the street.
I was terrified you were gonna puke on me in the sushi restaurant because you were sitting right across from me,
dude.
I was like,
I didn't remember that like we were at a sushi restaurant, but I do remember.
didn't Landon help you pee in the bathroom?
I remember walking to the bathroom and Colby was just like,
Wait, did you touch me?
We all touched you.
I remember like you typically stand at a urinal. Colby was
Sat?
slumped. Colby was slumped up against the urinal.
Gross.
I'm glad I don't remember that. That's gross. I'm glad I walked away from that one without any like STDs or anything.
What?
I don't think you get STDs at a urinal. What are you talking
I
about?
feel like you probably could.
I mean, you could. I mean, but like,
I know it's
only
like-
if other things were happening at the urinal. Like,
I mean, if you bong your
Bing.
hip weird,
If
like
you bonged your Bing there.
what?
binged your bong your bing. Anyway, the cruise is just like 4 months away, so that's
Crazy.
pretty cool.
You should probably buy flights to LA soon.
We should probably buy tickets to the cruise. Shouldn't we?
We do have to pay. We do have to pay in the next couple weeks.
I already paid Will.
I already paid Will. Have you paid Will, Landon?
I have not, because thankfully I don't have to share a room with you guys. So.
You mean you don't?
The closer I'm getting to sharing that room, the more I'm like, is it gonna be
don't-
fun? Is this gonna be a nice
like.
cruise?
I will entertain offers for someone to share the room with me with mine.
Seniority. I call
No. There is no
bidding.
seniority. This is
will-
a financial. Like,
okay, this is on record. I will do anything. Nothing. I will say yes to everything.
my God.
Say it, and I'll make it so.
Go sleep in Oliver's room.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll entertain financial offers.
Yeah.
It
I
would
mean,
have to be-
honestly, on a cruise, like the room is you're barely there.
yeah. I think I'll enjoy my few
Ideally.
hours of quiet though.
And I'm gonna be buzzed the entire time. The
Because
perfect
like
buzz.
I feel like it's actually gonna be like Will's gonna be like, you guys want to hang out in the room for like a few hours, just like play cards or something.
Hey,
I'm probably gonna disappear most of the trip.
You're just not gonna-
not see you guys for a whole week.
Yeah, Mick
That'd
has
be
been
crazy.
excited.
I was talking-
Mick has been excited for the cruise, like
So-
not friend. Like he does not care that
that actually
he's going
doesn't sound
on.
like a terrible time.
You're right.
like
I'm gonna make a game out of it too. Like
To
I'm gonna
avoid all-
avoid all these people on the cruise.
I could actually see that being fun.
It probably would be.
Let's do that together.
Oh, that's not. Then that wouldn't
All
be a
right.
thing.
It makes sense.
Let's go be alone together, man.
in Landon's room.
No, that fee would be much larger if you guys wanted to rent my room for activities. I will listen to offers. Though.
I'm just saying, you're gonna go back to your room one day, walk in. Will's gonna be sitting on the bed playing Smash Bros.
Oh,
Hey,
That's
Dave,
not the worst thing to walk in on.
Yeah, he could be playing like
We have a
Persona
lot
5.
with
on
him
his Switch
smashing
or
bros.
Oh gosh. You say him playing Persona 5.
I was trying to think of the worst thing to walk in on.
I thought about bringing my Switch, but I'm
No,
I'm not.
That's so
going to.
dumb.
no.
I'll bring my iPad and my PlayStation 5, but not my Switch.
No, I have enough mobile games on my phone.
I think my goal will be like my phone is just gonna be for taking pictures, like, and that's it.
I'm gonna be calling and texting you constantly.
I think we have. I think we have limited Wi-Fi, right? Like it's like limited. I'm pretty sure. Like my package.
Did you say limited or unlimited?
limited? Mine's limited. I only have like a certain amount.
Oh, did you buy the poor people room? You get the poor package.
I think so. I'm the only one. Like I'm staying in my own room. I think not.
You're gonna have to pay for food and drink too.
Wow.
Are we?
I thought
Are we
that-
doing like a fancy
Excursions.
stuff every once in a while?
We probably should pick out our excursion soon, right? Too.
I'm probably gonna. Are you talking about like a fancy dinner?
Yeah.
I'm bringing nice clothes.
Oh yeah, you got to. It's
Well, Dave will be.
probably
Dave
gonna
will
be
be buying
wearing-
you a very nice shirt in LA. So
Oh, really?
I think so. Or I'll be buying you. I've decided if I lose, Dave, I'm gonna spend so much money on the shirt I get for you that like it's gonna like you're gonna wear it and you're gonna be nervous wearing it around because it's gonna be
Oh
so much
man,
money.
I can't wait.
how much? How much is a lot of money for a shirt to you?
I'm talking hundreds of dollars. Like I'm like willing to probably spend hundreds of dollars on a shirt for Dave if he wins.
Dude,
Is this
I'm gonna
the bet you
starve
guys have
myself
with,
like all of
Like-
October, all of
So
November.
the sad part when Dave can't find a shirt that fits him because he's too skinny.
Wait,
look in the
Landon.
toddler section.
Landon, what will you give me if I have a 6-pack?
I'm not buying you anything.
What if I have an 8-pack?
Nothing. No.
10.
Nothing. And I'm not saying this, Dave. Like, if I win, Dave, you're not obligated to buy me that nice of a shirt. I'm just saying that, like, if you win, I'm gonna be very proud of you. So I'm gonna buy you a nice shirt.
So what is the bet here? Is it just whoever weighs less?
Yeah, which I've now realized is probably not. It was probably not a great metric for the bet.
I've been saying
because
that.
my muscle mass is always going to be more than Dave's, so like it's going to add extra weight.
Okay. Dude, when we made the bet, I weighed 15 pounds more than you.
And
what
now
do you
weigh 30 pounds more than me.
What are you at now, Dave?
162.
What are you at?
I'm at like 155.
Ooh,
So
it's getting real.
but we're both trending downward.
Yeah.
And I've gotten rid of, like, I'm not thinking about it toxically anymore. Like I will be happy for Dave if he beats me. Like now
You're saying this now.
Yeah,
and
we'll see,
In
dude.
3 months or 3.5 months, you're gonna be like,
no, like
I told Landon when I sent Landon a picture of my breakfast. Actually, I just put it in the chat last week, and Landon called me and goes, "Wow, quite a hefty breakfast here." Talking about all these calories.
well, Colby's decided that he can eat whatever he wants because he does his high interval. Like he's buying into like his like trainers like propaganda at the gym. So like he's like, it
No,
doesn't matter,
I just go to a gym and I work out a couple times a week, and I eat healthy. It was like eggs with avocado, 2 pieces of bacon.
I said I was going to be positive towards
And
Dave. I didn't
peanut butter
say I was going to be
banana toast.
positive towards you. When you broke the truce last week, everything was off. So, no, I think I'm mostly being positive about it because, like, I know that, like, I'm going to probably get to my goal. So that means, like, I'll be happy as is.
Mhm.
So if you, like, beat me, then it's like, it just means that we both did really good. So,
Yeah, I think both of us will be like really healthy for the cruise, which will be nice.
yeah. I'm probably feeling like the healthiest I've felt in, like, probably a few years.
And it feels
not
good,
ever. Yeah, it feels great.
Yeah, it does feel good.
It feels great. It feels exceptional.
Yeah, and
I've
I
noticed
don't
it
feel
too,
like
Landon.
I'm
You're
like
glowing.
sacrificing much. I feel like more I'm sacrificing time with how much I have to,
Calculating.
with
Cook
going to
and
the gym.
prepare. Oh, yeah.
But like,
How much are you
food-wise,
working out?
I'm doing like 5 days a week.
But like, what are you doing with your routine?
I alternate. Well, I do.
You want Dave to give you a secret?
Yeah.
I do like elliptical every day, and then I also do
Heck yeah.
weights every other day.
Heck yeah.
So on
What
days
kind of
where
cardio are you doing?
what's your bench?
Treadmill.
How much you
elliptical?
benching?
I usually do ellipticals. The
clean.
gym I go to on base has like 5 or 6 different kinds, so I kind of just shake it
Oh,
up
nice.
so that I'm not always.
You ever do the stair climber?
I do not do the stair climber.
The stair climber is insane.
Yeah.
Like I haven't done one in a long time, but like that,
the
like
ladder climber one.
I don't think I've ever done
No,
that. That was cool.
That was pretty insane.
I like climbing ladders.
I like
Stair
the
climbing,
I like the
crazy.
one that's the slide. That's my favorite one.
Slide climber.
Yeah, slide faller.
You go to playgrounds and try to climb the slides. It's freaking hard.
No,
Well,
no,
first
no,
you
no.
cover yourself in Vaseline.
I just go down the
jump where
slides.
socks.
And now you're on the list.
So Mark lubed up.
And just wearing socks.
Yes, get out.
And you're
In the July heat, dude.
Colby was trying so hard to not be on any lists too.
Yeah. I'm not doing any weights because I'm working out at home, but I'm doing every day, or I would say probably 5 to 7 days a week. I'm doing it at least 5 days a week. I do 30 minutes on the elliptical. They're just like preset workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just do the same one. It's like, it's not like a time. It's like says it's off calories, which I don't.
Oh yeah,
know if that's
never
even
trust
accurate.
the calories.
I don't
on those
trust them,
machines.
but it's like 3 miles on like medium to like high medium resistance. Like it fluctuates the resistance level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about 3 miles on the elliptical. And then I'm doing like chin ups, crunches, and push ups every day. So that's my routine. And then just eating better.
Nice.
Like, which the weekends I still struggle, but like generally Monday through Friday is like pretty consistently healthy. So
I mean, like I enjoyed myself yesterday. Like we cooked out. So like I had a burger. I had hot dogs. I had corn. I had
Hot
chili.
dogs.
yeah, most of my food sacrifice happens like breakfast, lunch. Like dinner, I typically still indulge like decently, but like breakfast and lunch, I've cut back in an insane amount that I'm eating.
I pretty much just have coffee for breakfast, and then I'll have a banana like a couple hours later, maybe some like mozzarella cheese
Bananas are
sticks.
so good.
I don't really like bananas.
Really?
Like, yeah.
What's your fruit of choice, Lennon?
I don't
Is it
really,
the shape that bothers you?
no, it's actually just the texture.
It's the curve.
Bananas
You know,
are really good for you.
You don't have to eat the whole thing in one bite.
And you peel them. Do you know that you're supposed to peel
You can
them in
chew
there?
them too, Landon.
Feels my favorite part though.
You can chew them.
I was gonna make a sound effect, but I'm not going to.
Here, use this bottle to help.
Dave would have had to bleep it.
Instead, Michael will make the sound effect for us.
I got this. I'm not gonna do this.
Coward.
I'll do it off air.
Hey, Colby, we're off air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do like a yogurt cup and a protein shake in the morning, and then
Yogurt.
which is not healthy. I'm not eating healthy yogurt, but like,
Dude, get that Greek yogurt from Costco.
no, I use a small enough one. Like,
No.
it's like my sweet.
No.
It's like my sweet treat. In the
You
morning.
just said it wasn't.
Landon's like,
Healthy.
I'm not eating healthy in the morning. Mick's like, oh, get the Greek yogurt I was telling you.
Like, no.
Well, I like
do
it.
that.
It's like my little like. It's still like it has like a decent amount of protein. It has some sugar, but like,
Yeah, it's got a lot, actually.
okay.
Well. Well.
Yeah, I told you what to do with it.
Yeah.
It works so well.
I like having.
It's amazing.
So my thing though, does the stuff from Costco, does it come in individually packaged stuff, or is it like
The
in a big
yogurt
tub?
or the what?
The yogurt, does it come in a tub?
It can. If
I
you
like
want it
having.
to.
I've discovered that I can be very good if I have stuff in like serving sized prepackaged.
You mean if you don't like? I'm gonna come up to your house and just.
Well,
see
no,
you,
like so, like if I
diving
so like if
first
I go
with
if I go
a
like
yogurt.
Into a pint of yogurt.
so if I go like
help me.
so for example, like if I have a yogurt cup in my protein shake, I know what that is, as opposed to like I buy a tub of yogurt. It says there's 8 servings in this. Like I'm not measuring each time, so maybe I'm not having a full serving.
Yeah, but then you're off by like what, 20 calories?
I know, but like it just helps me keep everything. It's the same with like I have like my lunch is typically just like some deli meat, string cheeses, and then I have popcorners in the individual bag. Like, but if I just had a big bag of popcorners, I'm probably not going to put the exact serving size in.
Well, that's the thing. For me, I lack self-control.
Yes, yeah.
So
If
you
I
give
just
me
have
a
the
whole
bag, I'm
eating
fine.
the
I can
whole bag.
yeah, I'm gonna eat the whole bag, but then it's not that much because it's actually portioned out as like a somewhat healthy portion.
I mean, whatever works for you.
It's working, so like
All right.
so that's Cruise fitness update.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still fat.
You're getting fit though. You're working out, right? And eating healthy.
Yeah. You know, it's a long road.
We had chili dogs tonight. You didn't have buns.
No buns for me.
Saved you.
I got
saved,
But
my
he
own
had
buns
8
to
chili
deal with.
dogs.
yeah, he had 8 hot dogs and 2 cans of chili.
But guys, I'm gonna throw it up later. It's fine.
Well,
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Don't worry about it.
Slay.
Chili dogs are so
I figured
good.
it out.
Oh, they're amazing.
I've never had one.
I like chili.
That's
didn't
not
have
true.
one at
Go to
Cincinnati?
7-Eleven. Go to 7-Eleven.
I was going to say that's not true. I think I had a Skyline chili dog, but that one wasn't good. That doesn't
Great.
count.
That was great.
No.
I remember the chili dog being great there. They're pretty hard to mess up. I mean, you can just go to 7-Eleven and get yourself a quarter-pound Big Bite. Chili and cheese. The lunch of champions.
You know what? Maybe I'll go there on 7-Eleven day.
I used to when I was
Stupid.
coming up?
fresh at market equipment, like my first year there. I would do so much work at 7-Elevens. I would get the biggest size Slurpee for lunch, and then I think I would have 2 quarter-pound Big Bites with chili and cheese. Like, and I would have that like at least several days of the week. Like,
Ew.
and a lot of times they'd give me the food for free because I was working there, and they were generous, you know. So I would save $4 at lunch too, because you know the food costs almost nothing. They're so good. I would be so messy after lunch. There's things I eat them with my hands too, like trend.
Ew, you're like syrup filled.
Yeah. Oh, so good. The pizza, not so great at 7-Eleven.
You're
but
reminiscing about this like it's a good memory, and it sounded really sad.
It was great though. They were so delicious.
Landon's like, oh, I was so gross the way I
Yeah.
ate that lunch. Oh, it was.
There was no way. There was.
I mean,
if you wanted,
such a mess.
if you wanted to have the appropriate flavor of chili and cheese, there was no way you're going to have it not messy. You could put just a little. You could just put a little bit of chili and cheese on it and eat it with your hands and be clean. But like, that's not what you want. They don't charge you for the chili and cheese. That comes with the dog. Like, so you know damn well I was loading it up.
Have you ever had Frito pie?
I have not. I've never had one.
They're so
Me
good.
neither.
They're so good. And that's all we're going to talk about that.
All right, on to the next.
I saw Indiana Jones.
How was it?
Destiny.
Dun,
Best movie ever. Better than the OG.
Better than
OG.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Not quite. Not quite.
You won't. You wouldn't tell me when we were eating dinner tonight, but like I want to know if Mutt's in it.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything.
I just want to know so bad.
Can't spoil anything.
I want to know if my favorite.
I would be
character's
very
in it.
surprised if he's in it, but you know, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, they wrote his character. That was crazier.
But yeah, just overall, it was a very middle of the road, just fine movie. Nothing terrible, nothing great about it.
So what are your, now that you've seen all 5 Indiana Jones movies, what's your ranking from worst to best?
Crystal Skull's number 1.
It should be.
Crystal Skull is at the very bottom. Terrible movie, so bad. Next would probably be Dial Destiny,
Okay.
and that's quite a bit above Crystal Skull for me. After that is Temple of Doom, and then as far as number 1, I really go back and forth between Raiders and Last Crusade.
I think I still gotta go.
The things I love about Raiders, I've never really been a fan of how the pacing is after the truck chase. From that to the end of the movie, it just always felt a little like slow to me. But in terms of like Last Crusade, I mean, it has such an awesome, stuff with Indy and his dad. Like, I love that relationship that they have. It goes back to Nazis, which is always a good way to go for any movie.
Well, having them as an enemy.
When in doubt, fall back to the Nazi.
When in doubt. Thank you, Diff.
I got your back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really difficult. I grew up with those movies, so it's just, they're also ingrained in my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch them again. I have not seen them that many times. I've probably only seen all of them maybe once or twice each. So
Dang.
The original trilogy is really good. I even really like Temple of Doom. I know that probably gets the most hate out of the original trilogy.
it's still a fun movie.
It's good. There's some like really great action set pieces that are so iconic from that movie.
It's got Short Round.
Oh yeah,
Who's awesome.
Short Round. Come on, how do you not like Shorty?
Yeah.
He's awesome. Yeah, but
I'll have to go see it. I'll probably go watch it in theaters if I get a chance.
I would recommend seeing it still in
Yeah.
theaters if you can.
Seems like a
if you
fun
get the
time.
chance.
Like-
sure, yeah,
Yeah. I did not watch that yet. I watched 2 movies at home.
yeah.
I watched both Alex Garland films. I believe that's his name, Alex Garland. I watched it was Annihilation and Men, his last 2 films he's made. I'd already previously seen Ex Machina, which was a fantastic movie, and he also wrote Sunshine, the space movie, and then he
okay.
also, I believe, wrote 28 Weeks Later.
Isn't it 28 Days Later?
There's
2 of them.
There's 2. I believe he wrote the second one, but maybe he wrote the first one. It could have been 28 Days. He wrote one of the 28 zombie movie,
Okay.
and he's wrote some other stuff. I think he wrote like the 2013 Devil May Cry video game. But his writing and directing started with the combination, I believe, started with Ex Machina. And
What's
then
his name again?
Alex Garland.
Alex Garland.
So I watched Annihilation, which I'd been meaning to watch for years because I loved Ex Machina so much. And Annihilation, what a fantastic sci-fi movie. Like I would say it's upper echelon of sci-fi films, like especially like if you're more into like sci-fi horror.
Is that with Natalie Portman?
Yes, Natalie Portman, Tessa Thompson, Oscar Isaac, a couple other people. I'm trying to remember their names. It's such a good, like, you've seen Ex Machina, right, Dave?
Yes.
If you liked Ex Machina, you probably like it. It's about the basic premise is that this.
He wrote 28 Days Later.
Okay, so he wrote the first. I think he's going to write 28 Months Later also, which I believe is in pre-production. I think they're making another.
Is there going to be one called 28 Minutes Later?
That'd be crazy.
Is
Basically
Annihilation
the
like
premise-
a Netflix movie?
Which one?
Annihilation, is that a Netflix?
No, I don't believe so. I believe it was a theatrical
Oh,
release.
okay.
I believe it was 2018. I think is when it came out.
2018. Yep.
Basically this meteor hits Earth and it kind of creates this like kind of this weird fog around it. Like not really a fog, but like this like glimmer, and it's slowly expanding. And Natalie Portman plays I believe some kind of scientist, like kind of biologist, like, or maybe some kind of scientist type person. And her husband, Oscar Isaac, is in the military. He's like some special op person. I'm not going to I don't want to go too much into the story, but like he's been missing for a year and he shows up and is all like confused and dazed. And then she gets dragged into the situation and becomes part of a team to go into this shimmering area that is expanding at a rapid pace. And basically the plot is like nobody's gone in and came out alive except for her husband. And so they're going in because it's like this is going to keep expanding and engulf the entire planet. And it's basically them trying to figure out what's going on. And the movie is horrifying in like all the best ways. Like the acting's really solid. It's creepy as all get out. and like I can't recommend it. If you like sci-fi and sci-fi horror like combination, like I can't recommend it enough as a film.
Okay.
And I've
I'll have
always
to check
actually
it out.
Natalie Portman, outside of, I think the only thing I've seen in there that I wanted to gouge my eyes out was Thor, Love and Thunder. But I'm not going to hold that against her. I'm going to hold it against like the terrible writing. So she's great. Tessa Thompson's good. Oscar Isaac's always solid. And then I watched his newest film, Men, which starred, I believe her name is, I think it's Jessie Buckley. I believe that's her name. She was in that latest Dark Pictures anthology game we played. She was the main character, the one with the murder house. And she was also in Fargo season 4.
Yeah, Jessie Buckley.
Yep, she's in Fargo season 4, and then also in I'm thinking of Ending Things, which was a Netflix movie.
Oh yeah, she's really good.
Yes, she's a great actress. This movie, there's another actor. What's his name? The main lead in the movie is
Roy Kinner
Yes.
or Kiner.
And basically,
Kinner.
I'll just say from the get-go, I didn't actually really like this movie that much. I thought it was okay. All three of his films kind of feel like they're almost Black Mirror-esque, but more feature length. And I felt like this movie, it's like an hour and 40 minutes long, and I felt like it probably could have been like a really, really solid, like 60-minute episode of Black Mirror. I would say it was more of like a psychological horror, not nearly as heavily sci-fi inspired from like his first two films. It's basically about this like woman that goes to like the English countryside, like her ex-husband is dead. He died like a horrific death. Like I think it's super spoiler. It'd be basically kind of like a suicide type thing or accident related thing. Like, and they were just separating. It was like a messy marriage, and it's basically her coping with like his death and like the guilt around it and different things. Like, but I don't think it's super spoilerly that like actually, I don't want to say it. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I would say it's worth watching, but I would say that like
That's a tease right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't feel like the payoff in this film was as good as like I wanted it. Like it was very creepy, like super, super creepy and scary. Like it freaked me out a bunch, but like I felt like it went a little too long and maybe beat you over the head a little bit too much with its thematic, like what it's like trying to tell you. Like it's like the lessons it's trying to teach in the film, like where it's like, okay, like I think I get what's going on. Like some of it's like it's still very obscure, like all those movies are kind of have like a more obscure type messaging, but this one felt a little bit more like it got a little bit more abstract than I was looking for. I'd still recommend watching it if you like his films, but I would say Annihilation was way better, and Ex Machina's a better film too.
Did you rent these, or where'd you find these?
I did end up renting them both. Actually, I think I had to buy Men. For some reason, I couldn't rent it. Like you had to have a Paramount. You had to either have a Paramount Plus subscription or you could buy it. But it was on sale. I rented Annihilation for 99 cents on Amazon Prime, and then I think I bought Men for like it was like $6 or something. So I would definitely recommend Annihilation. And then if you like, I would say Men was worth watching. I just didn't. I was like, I think after the high of his previous films, I was like, yeah, like, and I think that I thought the runtime was too long also. And it wasn't as much sci-fi. I thought it was going to maybe go into more sci-fi. It's more psychological.
Psychological horror?
More horror, psychological, and way more, which I like these films sometimes if they're pulled off right, but like way more obscure and like kind of abstract, like, which I like in some cases. Like Beau is Afraid is extremely like up to interpretation and like abstract and it's like thematic elements, but like I didn't feel like the execution in Men was as good, but I would still say worth watching. And like also like the setting's pretty cool. It's like just countryside of England. Like I felt like it was like shot well and acted. And Jessie Buckley's awesome. So, yeah.
Cool.
And if you haven't seen Ex Machina, really that movie's phenomenal. So highly recommend. Oscar Isaac, Domhnall Hall Gleeson, and Alicia Vikander. I think that's her name, right? Vikander, whatever. Yeah. I think that was one of her early movies. So
I think so. Yeah. Isn't she married to Michael Fassbender?
I have no idea.
Pretty sure she is.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Famous people?
They're just actors.
Actors.
Like, I'm more just throwing names out in case people are like have an affinity for certain people.
Sense.
Like I also don't think I've I was gonna say I hadn't seen anything I didn't like Oscar Isaac in, but then I realized that like there's like at least three movies that I didn't like that he was in. So, and a television series that I didn't like that he was in. So
Definitely not X-Men Apocalypse though. That one.
was he in that too?
That was a great movie.
You know, I'm not gonna actually blame him for any of the Any of the movies that I didn't like him in, like it wasn't his fault.
He was pretty bad in X-Men Apocalypse.
Was he?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of it was writing, but, you know.
He didn't carry in it. He didn't elevate.
I think he was just miscast, honestly.
He's like the villain, right?
Yeah.
Isn't
Not
he
really find him as like a...
Apocalypse? Isn't that his name?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hence X-Men Apocalypse.
He is the titular character.
Oh.
He was awesome, though, in Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't trust him, though. I don't trust him.
Who knows?
I don't trust him.
That's probably right now my most anticipated movie for next year.
It's mine.
I don't know what else is coming out next year.
That's why it's mine.
I don't know what else is.
I don't know what that is.
Who are these people?
Yeah, what, Dave, do you know what's coming out next year?
I have no
Anything
clue.
big?
We were just talking about Mission Impossible, though. That's like next week, right?
There's probably a Fast and Furious coming out next year.
Yeah, probably. I always count on one of the fast movies. Mission Impossible is coming out.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we were just looking at the Rotten Tomatoes score, and it's at 98 right now. It'll probably go down with more reviews that come in, but that's still pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good place to start.
Fast 10?
No,
Heck yeah.
not quite, Dave.
I just want to watch the movies in backwards order so I can watch like the family tear itself apart. Like, because every villain becomes part of the family. It's like, I swear every villain just joins them and becomes like a good guy at like the end of the movie. Like,
Pretty much.
so I want to watch it.
Jason Momoa just looks so ridiculous in that.
I've heard he's like insane. Like it's like so comically bad. Like
It looks so bad. Oh man. Did that make movie or money?
I don't know.
Make
Did
mo-
that to make a movie?
Did that make movie? Did it?
I'd have to imagine the
Please
budget.
answer question.
I have to imagine the budget has to be insane on that.
Oh yeah, probably most of it went to Vin Diesel's biceps.
Well, they have so many high profile actors in it. Like not just him. I mean, like
Charlize Theron.
John Cena's in
Brie
it.
Larson.
Like, yeah, Brie. Who else? I mean, there's tons of big name people.
Yeah.
Like
I think Kurt Russell's still in it.
Jason. Isn't Jason
Statham.
Statham's in it?
Yeah.
The Rock.
They
will
all-
be in some of them. Like,
He's not.
He's not anymore.
Yeah. They all have like ridiculous things in their contract. Have you ever looked into that?
No. What do you?
Where they can't have any of them lose a fight, and they have to have like equal amount of hits taken that the other, like The Rock and Vin Diesel, Jason Statham, like all those guys have to have like equal stuff dealt out to
So
them.
stupid.
So dumb, right? Oh, it's just ridiculous.
What, they just like worried about their image? in the
Basically,
movie?
yeah.
Like,
Their brand.
Their brand.
Yeah. So dumb.
but they'll make 10 movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, I look at that and I like look at specifically like the original trilogy for Indiana Jones, going back to that, just how willing Harrison Ford was to just like get the crap beat out of him. And like that just makes his character so much more memorable.
He's just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
For the most part. Like,
yeah, like he was just constantly like 10 steps behind, getting
Yeah.
punched in the face all the time, getting shot. But it just made him so much more like relatable
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. So anyway, anything else you guys want to talk about, or should we wrap up?
Yeah, I've got a funny, like, kind of comedic dating story to share. So I actually don't know if this was like formally addressed on the show, but it was just kind of like
Informally addressed.
yeah, I felt like I was just like alluding to it. But single, living back in Spokane.
What?
So
Are you ready to mingle?
ready to mingle. Been in the dating world for a little while now. This probably happened like, I don't know, like a month and a half ago. So
Is this the first time you're talking about this on the podcast?
yeah, this is
Wow, it's crazy.
what?
About, like, all this-
I'm talking about the story itself happened about a month and a half ago. I've been in Spokane for over a couple months.
You have? Yeah, I know. I'm talking about like your whole situation.
Oh, yeah, I haven't talked about that on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Go ahead.
Okay. So,
My goodness.
so my sister tried to set me up with one of her coworkers, and I wasn't really entertaining the idea at first, but she seemed pretty persistent. And she was like, "Oh, like you know what I mean? Like, oh," she was like, "I'm gonna be in Boise for a concert next weekend. Like, you can take me out then. And I was like, oh, I don't live in Boise anymore. She's like, oh, well, neither do I. So, that works out great. You can just take me out whenever then. And I was like,
But she was living in Boise?
no.
Oh.
No, she was in Spokane. She was going to be down there for a concert.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I didn't entertain the idea for a little while. And eventually, whenever I felt ready, I told my sister, I was like, why don't you give her my number? And so she reaches out and was like, hey, heard you were available to get drinks. And so we talk a little bit and I set up a date and a time. It was the next day. I was like, let's get drinks tomorrow, 7 p.m. at this place, right? We're supposed to meet at Hogwash downtown.
Great spot.
It's a great spot.
Except you're supposed to say it Hagwash.
No.
Go on, say it.
I'm not going to say Hagwash.
Fun, yeah.
So 7 o'clock was supposed to be the meeting time. And I show up, and it's kind of like a little hole in the wall area. Like if you don't know where it is, it's very easy to miss. So I show up a little early, and I haven't even met this person. I know briefly what she looks like, but like it's kind of just totally random. She could look totally different than any of her pictures or anything. So I shoot her a text, and I'm like, hey, I just got here. It's probably like 6:50 something. And I'm like, hey, just got here. It's kind of like a awkward place to find. Let me know when you get here. And then my phone just starts blowing up, and she's sending me like 7 text messages. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I can't be there. I'm at dinner with my parents. I'm like
in Boise.
I'm like hours out from being able to get there. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like my first like time, like my, you know what I mean? My first date, trying to get back into the swing of things.
It's a sign.
And I just got stood up.
It's a sign.
So I call my sister.
What?
You know what? You know what?
I call my sister, and I'm like, hey, this is your fault. So
I don't
by I don't know, like butterfly effect. I'm like, this is your fault. So like come out and like have a drink with me. Like I don't want to go home alone. So I pick her up. We end up at this place called Baracho's Tacos downtown. And it was a Saturday night, so it was like pretty poppin'. And she was like, oh, like I'm really tired. I had a really long day. We'll stay for, I'll get a drink and then we can go home. And then like 3 or 4 drinks later, we're just still at Baracho's, and she sends me, like she like flips her phone around. She's been texting this girl.
Oh, you were supposed to go on the date.
She's been texting her for like an hour, basically trying to get her to come out and meet us. And then she's like, hey, I got this girl to come out. She's going to meet us here. She'll be here in a few minutes. And I was like, no, like, I don't want, she stood me up like a couple hours ago, which, whatever. Like, I don't try and give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she really did just totally forget.
Did you call your sister again and say, this is your fault?
Well, she was right in front of me. What do you?
Yeah, she had her phone on her. Worked last time.
Gosh dang it. So, but also like, I don't want to now meet this girl and like kind of go on a quote unquote date with
your sister,
with my sister there. Like, no, I don't want that. And she's hyped. My sister, she's like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like, I'm like, no.
Is this Katie?
No, Madison.
Oh, okay.
So her friend shows up and she's very apologetic. She's like, I'm so sorry. She buys me a drink. And she's pretty cute. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, like maybe
I forgive you.
Yeah, basically, I'm just like, yep, this is okay. Like, she buys me a drink. We talk for a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
But my sister Madison is still just like there, and it's really just kind of, like throwing everything off.
So awkward.
So, but I'm also her ride, so I can't. You know what I mean? Because now it was never supposed to be the 3 of us. It was supposed to be me and this girl, and now it's me and my sister. But now the 3 of us are. It was a nightmare. So she's like, oh, like, after a little while there, which I really didn't get to talk to her much. She's like, let's go over here and walk over to Fast Eddie's. So that's on the same block. We walk down there, and she's like, you're gonna meet my uncle. He is probably gonna hit on you. Like, just
cool. Just
go with it, basically. And I'm like,
just go with it. Did you go with it?
Well, I got there and I was definitely getting hit on. Which was just another layer to the night of like, you know what I mean? Just more things are being added that just like,
so let me get it straight.
Variables.
She said, don't say no to my uncle's advances. Is that what she told you?
That is not what she said.
Just go. That's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Just go with it.
basically she was just giving me a warning, which was a good heads up because I would have been probably even like, you know what I mean? I probably
How
would have been confused.
old is this uncle?
He's like in his 40s, probably.
Was he attractive?
I don't find guys attractive.
I mean, come on.
You can answer the question though. Was he attractive?
I mean, like,
Yeah, Colby, I'm not attracted to you,
No.
but I can say that you are attractive.
thank you, Dave. I would say no.
Wow, he thought he was ugly.
Do you think?
So mean.
Do you think I'm attractive?
I do, Mick.
I'm not even gonna ask you because I know you don't think I'm.
You wanna go get a drink somewhere?
I don't know. Are you gonna stand me up? Like,
I never stand you up, man.
so
You ghost.
Why would you ask that?
And then
so
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You cut that.
Landon gives
Let's keep
advice
bringing
and then
attention to it.
doesn't
Yeah,
follow
like, why
his
would you,
own
like-
advice.
Hey!
You
That
brought
was
that
the
up.
first.
talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Okay, keep going.
So anyway, we go over. We walk over to Fast Eddie's. We meet up with him. And he is in this group of like 8 people. So now, yeah, dude. So now I'm just
What's happening?
Yeah, I was supposed to go on just a one-on-one date with this girl. I'm now
Now you're, like,
intertwined with,
joining a
group
cult
of
meeting or
10.
something.
Yeah, there's like so many people here, and she's going around and talking to all of them, and like I'm meeting all of these people for the first time, and I'm also babysitting my older sister. So all of this is happening, and like I'm really not getting to talk to her. We're there for a little bit, and then they want to bar hop again, but this one we have to drive to, and I'm the only one. Like, I'm the sober one on this night out that I was inviting people out to. So I'm driving. I'm like, there's this big group of people I don't know. I'm like, I'll take my sister and I'll take Haley. Everybody else, I don't know how you guys are getting to the next bar, but that's not really my business. So we start
Probably
walking.
drunk drived, right? They drunk drive. Drunk drive.
Unconfirmed.
Drunk driving.
Stop it. Stop it. So we're walking to the car, and this girl that we're with, she sees her friend through the window of this nightclub, and she just darts in there and just pulls her out. And so now I just have this another person to like is just part of our posse now. And we're walking. Now I have to drive her to this next bar. She's like very distraught. We get into the car. Madison, my sister, is in the back seat with this new girl, and she's like consoling her because she's not quite crying, but she's like so upset over this guy. And she's like, and my sister, who had too much to drink, is in the back seat. And she's like, "You don't need no man," like just like so obnoxious. And this girl that I'm supposed to be on a date with is up in the front seat, and she's like, "When you went to the bathroom at Fast Eddie's, my uncle just kept telling me how hot you were." And I was like, "What are you supposed to do with this information? Like, I don't want your uncle."
But he's right there for the taking.
I'm
Like, he's right there.
I'm like, we're supposed to be on a date.
This
What's
sounds
happening?
like just like an ultimate like hidden camera prank on you.
Dude, it
just
seemed-
keeps getting worse and worse.
Sounds like the worst night I could ever have.
It
Like,
was-
I think I would have a meltdown.
It was a joke that I was not laughing at the moment. Like, in the moment, it sucked. It was so annoying. So we make it to the bar, and this is where we find out it's a karaoke bar. So now it's
Oh no.
yeah. Now there's just drunk people singing Taylor Swift. It's horrible. We kind of go off into the corner, and we're still in this big group of like 8 to 10 people, and we're playing darts. I've never played darts before, but being sober, that really helped me compete. So it's like 1:30 in the morning. We're playing darts for the first time, and there's a moment where I had 19 left, and this girl that I'm with has been kind of like flipping me crap all game. She's like, "Oh, you're losing to me. How embarrassing. You're sober and you're losing to a girl, blah, blah, blah." Just trying to like, it was like a little like,
Sexist.
you know what I mean? It was like a playful flirty, but also like I was not having like a great time. So I was really on edge and just like,
Did you call the cops on her?
Yeah.
Being sexist?
Yeah.
are you going out of your way to make this story less enjoyable for everyone?
Sorry.
Are you doing that on purpose?
Oh, I'm thinking comment.
So there was a moment where I go up on my last turn for darts, and she's like, "Oh, like don't choke." And I just drill this 19, which is exactly what I needed. I did that on my first one, and then I just turn around and like hand her the darts.
Throw the other darts.
And that was just like my only win of the night was
Who's
right
sober
there.
now?
And so they close it. They close it down. It's now 2 a.m.
Oh gosh.
None of the bars are open. I'm driving everybody back to their car, which she parked in the Perkins parking lot. If you're familiar with that, is kitty corner.
Iconic.
From Fast
Right
and
on
Ace.
the water, right?
Yes, that's the one. So I pull into the parking lot, and since all of the bars close at 2 a.m., everybody who parked there is now in the Perkins. So there's like 100-something people.
Was Perkins open?
Unconfirmed.
That'd be great if they were open 24/7 like they were. I bet people would just run in there like droves and buy pie and breakfast food and do great numbers.
It'd probably be
Are you
great for
hungry,
business.
Landon?
A little bit. I'm always down for a slice of pie and a cup of coffee.
Okay, dude. So we pull into the parking lot. It's jam packed. I just park right next to her car, and she gets out. She walks around. So her car is parked on my driver's side. So my windows are down. And once her and her friend leave, also my sister just decides that the best course of action to get from the back seat to the front seat is to just climb over the seats in the center console. So now I'm even like more irritated at what is happening. And the girl walks around my car and she stands there and she's like, well, this was a lot of fun. And I'm like, uh-huh. And she's like, I really have to pee. And I was like, well, it's a good thing we're all going to go home to our respected home, like, dwellings. And then we can all go pee and we can all go to bed. She was like, I have to pee right now. And she's wearing a romper, which if you're not familiar is a onesie.
Oh,
And it was a summertime romper, so you know what I mean, like short.
it's still a onesie.
Still a onesie. So now there's a parking lot full of like 100 people. I'm in my driver's seat of my car with the window down, and right there, she's like, "I'm gonna use these two cars, mine and hers, to shield herself from the view of everyone else as she pees right next to me in this parking lot." So she squats down. Like pulls her romper to the side, and like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like some things are like falling out, and like my sister's right next to me. You know, like, my sister's next to me, like so it's like 10 times as awkward. And then she just makes eye contact with me as I can like hear the pee hitting the concrete.
I would have just slowly rolled up my window.
I just kept the window down because I didn't know what was the appropriate thing to do.
I don't.
And so
Fling the door open.
Knocked her out.
and then she just stands up and she was like, well, I'm really sorry. Because keep it like this girl 7 hours ago, she stood me up and now she's peeing in front of me in a public parking lot. So
Love 7 hour sight.
Love it.
Love
First piss.
and then she's like, this was a lot of fun. I'm sorry that I stood you up. We should get brunch in the morning. And I was like, the morning is like 5 hours away. It's 2 a.m. Sure. You know what I mean? Whatever. I'll entertain this idea. And she's like, let's go get bottomless mimosas.
God.
At like 10 a.m. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. But we'll go get brunch somewhere. So she's like, okay. She texts me when she gets home, everything. And then in the morning, as predicted, she's like way too hungover to go get breakfast.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then that was the last time I ever saw of her because then she just ghosted me. So
That's so, yeah.
peed in front of me in a public parking lot. And that's like the last like face-to-face interaction I ever had with this girl. And that was like hours after she stood me up.
Yeah. That's insane.
Just a
It's
chaotic
What a
night.
chaotic night.
So
Great story, though.
thank you. The dating world it's brutal these
Fraught
days.
with danger.
Yeah, it's brutal. So I'm sure there's going to be more stories to come.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
All right.
We should
Well,
probably wrap
I
up.
think that's the episode for this week. Thank you all for listening, and thank you everybody for being here for the episode.
You're welcome. Landon Browning was happy to be here.
Oh, wow. I didn't like that.
Was Colby Chapman happy to be here?
Yeah. Can you tell?
All right.
David.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Landon Browning says farewell.
Hey, Landon.
Stop it.
Well, why you gotta be like that?
Like what? Like what? Did I do something inappropriate?
Be like what?
I'll ask it again. Did I do something inappropriate.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.